In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the transmission fluid on a 2009 Harley Davidson Softail Custom. First thing you want to do is get the bike to operating temperature. It's not a bad idea to take the bike out and operate the bike through all the gears. That way you're more likely to agitate any contaminants that are in the transmission, and those contaminants get suspended in the oil and are more likely to come out when you drain the used transmission fluid. This is your transmission. On the top here is your transmission oil fill cap and dipstick, and underneath is the drain plug, and it's really hard to see on this bike, but I'm going to try and show you with the help of a light. Come underneath. It's in between the two shock absorbers which are underneath the bike, which you can see right there. There's one there and one there. The fill plug is towards the front of these, in between them, and I'm going to go under here with the camera and show you the drain plug is right there. Before you start to do anything, take a rag and clean around the oil fill cap, just to remove any dirt that might be around it, so when you take it off, it's not going to drop into the transmission. If you have compressed air, take compressed air and blow it around the fill cap. Just want to get that area clean so you don't risk any dirt falling into the transmission when you remove that cap. These are the tools I'll be using to change the transmission fluid. This is a Pittsburgh T-handle. It's a size 3/8. It's got a ballpoint end on it. It's a hex wrench. This is a Craftsman 5/8 inch socket. It's a 6-point with a 3/8 inch drive. Got a Pittsburgh hex socket. It's a size 3/8 with a 3/8 inch drive. Got a 1/4 inch Allen wrench. I think Stanley made this one. This is a magnetic pickup tool in case I need to fish out the drain plug. This is a Pittsburgh 6-inch extension with a 3/8 inch drive. Got a Craftsman torque wrench in inch pounds and a Craftsman torque wrench in foot pounds. Both of these are 3/8 inch drive, and have a Craftsman 3/8 inch ratchet. Alright, the first thing you want to do is remove the transmission oil cap or slash dipstick. You don't have to remove it all the way, just loosen it and let it rest there. It will help the oil flow better when you remove the drain plug. So the next thing you want to do is get underneath the bike and remove the transmission drain plug. It's where I showed you earlier in the video. So you want to come underneath the bike, take your socket and get it on the drain plug. You can only use the socket to break the drain plug free. You can't use it to completely remove the drain plug because there's not enough room in between the drain plug and the shock absorber. So break it free with the socket, and then remove your socket. Then take your 1/4 inch Allen wrench, and in the center of every Harley Davidson drain plug that I've ever seen, there's a hex fitting, so you can use an Allen wrench to turn the drain plug. So get your 1/4 inch Allen wrench and remove the plug. And don't forget to move the drain pan underneath the transmission before you completely remove the drain plug. And you can see I've got the plug removed and the fluid is draining out. Here is the drain plug, and you can see in the center there's that hex fitting, so you can use an Allen wrench to turn the drain plug. In the center of the drain plug there's a magnet. There's always going to be there's some little pieces of metal. There shouldn't be a lot. If there is, you need to contact your mechanic and consult with them. But go ahead and take a rag and clean that off. And clean the threads. On every drain plug there's a O-ring which should be replaced whenever you take the drain plug off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just work it off of here. and then clean it again. And take your new O-ring and work it onto the drain plug. And before you reinstall the plug, just take a little bit of fresh oil and get some oil on that new O-ring, and then you're ready to reinstall the plug. So now I've drained all the transmission fluid out and I'm ready to reinstall the drain plug. Here are my two shock absorbers. I'm going to take my drain plug, insert my 1/4 inch Allen wrench, and gently, I'm going to use my other finger on my other hand to find the hole and gently start the drain plug threaded into the transmission case. Be careful not to cross thread it. Should go in easy, and then go ahead and tighten it up. Now once you have your drain plug threaded in all the way, you can take your socket, get it on the drain plug, and then take your torque wrench. You want to tighten the drain plug between 14 and 21 foot-pounds. I've got the torque wrench set for 17 foot-pounds. And tighten it up. And once you have the drain plug tight, take a rag and clean up any oil that may have dripped on the other parts of the bike. Now take your transmission oil fill cap or slash dipstick and remove it. And you want to inspect the seal that's on this thing. Here is the cap. On these caps they have a seal here. You just want to take it and inspect it and look for any cracks or breaks, because you don't want transmission fluid leaking out of the fill cap. Now I'm ready to add transmission fluid. The fluid capacity for this transmission is 32 ounces or 1 quart, so I'm going to add 1 quart of Harley Davidson Syn3 oil. You need a long skinny funnel. Place the funnel in the fill hole and then add the fluid. At the end of the transmission dipstick there's an A and F mark. The A is for add, the F is for full. The fluid level should be in between the A and F in this cross section here. So the way that you check the transmission level is I had the bike on a stand. You want to get the bike off of the stand and on its jippy stand, and then insert the dipstick into the transmission. You don't have to screw it down, just let it rest against the threads there, and then take it out, and the fluid level should be between the A and the F, which it is. Harley Davidson does recommend tightening the oil fill cap to between 25 and 75 inch-pounds. After you get the oil level correct and the cap back on, take the bike out for a ride and then check for any leaks around the drain plug and the oil fill cap, and also recheck the transmission fluid level. Hope you enjoyed the video. Ride hard, and thanks for watching.